When she saw her beloved dog sneak into her bedroom, she thought it was hungry, so she poured it the milk she hadn't finished. But after the dog drank the milk, it suddenly froze. She shook it nervously, only to realize it had fallen asleep. That was when she realized something was wrong with the milk. Could it be him? It turned out she had the same nightmare every night. In the dream, her mom got into a car accident while rushing her to the hospital. But when her husband reached out to save her, "Nianian, it's all fake!" Every time she woke up from the nightmare, her husband would purposely call her mom so she could hear her voice. "Mom, how are you?" Nothing happened, right? Nianian had another nightmare. Then he would gently bring her a glass of milk. But just now, she noticed the scar on his hand was exactly where she had scratched him in her dream. She couldn't understand why he would do this, so she got up to ask him directly. But as soon as she reached the door, she heard him on the phone. "She already drank the milk? The meds should be kicking in by now. What exactly do you mean? Once the baby's born, it'll all be over." She never expected her husband really had drugged her. But before she could figure it out, a wave of dizziness hit her. She rushed back to bed and lay down. Her husband didn't notice anything. Only after he left the bedroom did she fall into a deep sleep. The next day, she carried the dog to the dining room as usual. Her husband had already prepared breakfast downstairs, but the second the dog saw him, it started barking again. "Stop barking! How many times have I told you? This is Dad. No barking." She knew her dog was never that badly behaved. Maybe it had already sensed that something was off about the man in front of her. Thinking about what her husband had said last night, about waiting until the baby was born, she had no idea what he was planning. But her due date was in 3 days, and she had to find out the truth before then. Then a call came in. Her husband had to go to the office and told her to go to the hospital for her checkup alone. But the moment he left, the dog started acting up again. "That's your dad's tie. Let go." But when she picked it up and looked closely, it wasn't a tie she had bought, and it carried a woman's perfume. Just then, her husband changed clothes and got ready to leave. As usual, he kissed her goodbye before walking out. But right after he left, his secretary showed up at the house. She said she came back to grab his laptop, but when she looked down, she saw the tie in the woman's hand. "Ms. Wen, why are you holding the tie I bought for Mr. Chen?" "You bought this tie?" "Yes. A couple of business dinners ago, I wasn't paying attention and spilled wine on Mr. Chen's tie, so I had no choice but to buy one nearby." Hearing that, she seemed to understand. But after the secretary left, her heart completely sank. The stitching and texture of this tie are clearly custom-made. There's no way your assistant just bought it randomly. At that moment, she suddenly realized her husband had already started suspecting her, so he had sent his secretary back on purpose to mislead her. Just then, the housekeeper told her the car was ready outside to take her to the hospital for her checkup. Thinking about the secretary's behavior, she was now certain there had to be another woman. And whatever they were planning for the day she gave birth, the hospital might be the only place to find the answer. So she went to the hospital for her usual checkup. Luckily, her attending doctor was her best friend, so everything went very smoothly. But then the dog started barking again. "Wang Kai, no barking." Her best friend nervously crouched down to check the dog, but then a familiar scent suddenly hit the woman's nose. Wait, that perfume. She suddenly remembered the perfume on that tie. It was hers. In that instant, her heart shattered. She never expected the person betraying her to be the best friend she had known since childhood. She didn't dare show her emotions, so she lied that she needed the restroom and hurried away with the dog. Once inside, she completely broke down. She couldn't understand why even her best friend would betray her. Just then, the dog started dragging her back outside. "Wang Kai, where are you going? Stop running around." Worried, she picked up the dog and was about to leave when her best friend's voice suddenly came from nearby. "It's fine. Just stall her. Her due date is in a few days. Aside from that adopted son overseas, she's the only one left in the Wen family. As long as she dies on the operating table, the Wen group will belong to you and me."